What's up, YouTube? This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'm gonna give you guys my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys watch this full video before you guys connect with me the right way. Also, hit that like button and follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Now, AEW Dynamite was a good show. That's just my opinion. AEW Dynamite was a good show. The show opens with the intro video. Adam Cole and the Red Dragon make their entrance. Adam Cole gets on the mic and asks who's ready for story time. He says 2021 was a great year for the three of them, and 2022 will be even better. And he reminds everyone that he's undefeated in singles competition, and on top of the boys are back together. Boys and girls, it's a new era here in AEW, and enter the Young Bucks interrupt. Matt Jackson says he just kicked COVID's you-know-what in 2 days and figured they come to the ring and join them. Kyle O'Reilly says nobody invited them and they didn't need help winning. Matt pulls Red Dragon over as one of the best teams in wrestling and says they're right. They didn't need the help. But the Young Bucks do have to make one thing clear. This is their company, and they're the longest reigning AEW World Tag Team Champions. And their New Year's resolution is to get their belts back. Kyle O'Reilly says it's funny because they have the same resolution, and Bobby Fish says not a singles team on this planet can stand between them and the tag titles. Adam Cole tries to spin it all as friendly competition and says that's what makes them the greatest faction in AEW history, compared to the best friends, who are an absolute joke. Enter best friends. The two factions square up, and Adam Cole yells about cutting their music. He asks what Orange Cassidy could possibly say that's of an importance, and Cassidy jumps him with a double leg, and we got a wild brawl. I knew we was going to get a wild brawl in the first place. Every time the AEW comes on, there's always a brawl. But anyway, Orange Cassidy lights Adam Cole up with forearms as everyone else goes to floor back, body drop, puts Brandon Cutler into everybody. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, attacks Chris Statlander and hits the stump before holding Orange Cassidy in place for her boyfriend. Adam Cole with a super kick and then the boom. The Elite stand tall and Adam brings the Bucks in for a kiss, but Britt swoops in and steals it. We get a video package for CM Punk versus Warlow to send us to break. So we get CM Punk versus Warlow. Alright. Circling Punk bells to the floor and Warlow gets between him and MJF. So CM Punk gets back in the ring. Collar and elbow. Mr. Mayhem shows him back. CM Punk with a side headlock. Warlow breaks it and takes it to him in the corner. Hard strikes. CM Punk managed to get away to the floor, and we go to break. Back from commercial, CM Punk is hurting. It's hurting, but he managed to get a boot up. Warlow plucks him off the turnbuckles and casts him aside, drawing him up. CM Punk slips out of the powerbomb attempt and lands the flash roundhouse kick. Kick combo rocks Warlow. Larry punish him, but he's still standing. CM Punk ducks a lariat and throws a series of rights and lefts before coming off the top with a diving clothesline. Warlow backs is hurting, and he catches the running knee and hits a powerbomb. Another powerbomb, Mr. Mayhem stalking around the ring before hitting a third and rolling CM Punk through for number 4. Up for a fifth, and CM Punk cannot protect himself. One-footed pin. But MJF gets up on the apron and tells him to back off. He wants more. Power bombs. Warlow hits another. MJF still wants more and he drags CM Punk up and hits seventh powerbomb. MJF asks the crowd what happened to their hero CM Punk and calls for another one. CM Punk rolls to the apron and gives a weak thumbs up when referee RB Ellis asks if he can continue. MJF cuts Warlow off and clears the timekeeper's table, instructing him to powerbomb CM Punk into the table. He powerbombs CM Punk through the table, and he's out, and RB Ellis starts her count. CM Punk starts crawling, disapparently MJF jawing at him. He beats the count and 9. MJF orders him to powerbomb CM Punk with 9 times, and CM Punk managed to catch him. The winner of the match, CM Punk. I'm gonna say this was a good match. Post match, MJF gets into it with Warlow and Shawn Spears gets between them to play Peacemaker. Mr. Mayhem storms off and we go to break. So we get Dante Martin versus Powerhouse Will Hobbs. This was a decent match. This was decent. Brawling in the LSL referee Rick Knox calls for the bell as soon as they hit the ring. Martin chambers through Hobbs to send him to the floor. Back in dropkick cuts him off. Slingshot back to the apron. Dive cut and Will spinebuster him on the floor. Will Hobbs throws him back in the ring and nails him with boots to the head. Front Chancery release Falcon Arrow up for another one. Dante fights back with body blows off the ropes. Will Hobbs wipes him out with a lariat, and Martin with up kicks and insecurity. More body blows will cut him off with a front chancery before clubbing him down. Up in a torture rack, Dante slips out and puts him onto the ropes. Will Hobbs hits a crossbody for 2. Corner uppercut, hammer whips, and Dante Martin just flies out of the ring. Where's Ricky Starks puts boots to him, and we go to break. Back from commercial, Will Hobbs is in control with heavy strikes, but Dante Martin powers up with a despite elbow to the jaw knocking Will into the ropes. Powerhouse shoves him back. Kick from Dante Martin. Springboard caught into the torture rack, but Dante Martin escapes. Drop kick into the ropes. Back body drop to the apron. Insecurity connects, and Dante Martin is fired up. Off the top, big missile drop kick for 2. The 2 to the floor. Dante Martin hits the tornado. Jay Lethal runs in to cut Ricky Starks off, and Dante Martin takes advantage. The winner of the match, Dante Martin. This was a good match. The Inner Circle interview backstage about being PWI's 2021 Faction of the Year. Chris Jericho says since day one in AEW, their mission statement has never waived. They're here to dominate this company and the biggest, baddest band of blood brothers. This industry has even seen if 2.0 want to get involved with their boy Sammy Guevara tonight, they'll take care of it. Eddie Kingston rolls up to say he doesn't care about Sammy Guevara. He wants Daniel Garcia because he jacked his knee up. And further, Chris Jericho is with Ortiz and Santana, haven't been tag team champions yet. Chris Jericho tells him to get the you-know-what out of their business, and Santana tells them to get their you-know-what together and leaves. Eddie Kingston asks Ortiz for backup, but he leaves, and Jake Hager walks out too. Chris Jericho says Eddie Kingston welcomes to be at ringside tonight, but if he gets involved, he might just kick his you-know-what too. MJF walks out for an interruption promo. He calls CM Punk and now says he knows he's in a world of pain and must congratulations him on his win tonight. Everyone knows CM Punk got a powerbomb to oblivion, and it was a fluke victory. But he's not winning next week. He gonna personally make sure CM Punk takes his first L in AEW. No more running. No more hiding. You want the match? You got it. CM Punk versus Shawn Spears. We what and you know what? Adam Cole and the Young Bucks and Red Dragon cut a promo on Best Friends backstage. Dr. Britt Baker DMD joins in to challenge Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander to a mixed tag team match next week. Hangman Adam Page makes his entrance and gets on the mic. He says he spent 90 minutes the past 2 months in the ring against the best in the world. He pours sweat and enough blood to float a battleship to keep the greatest prize in wrestling and AEW World Championship, and it's still his you know what. But 90 minutes isn't enough. It's a new year record have reset, and the Hangman needs a new challenger. Enter Dan Lambert, to which Page asks us to shoot him. Dan Lambert talks about the great wrestling cowboy of his youth, Bill Watson Hansen, the Funk, and now it's East Coast Cowboy, and what we got. Hangman says if Page or Score won a match, all they have to do is ask. Dan Lambert says he knows what Adam Page can do in the matches against Bryan Danielson were some of the best he ever seen. Anything he likes more is that he don't take the Cody Rhodes path. He earned everything and has in the business with the expectation of his gimmick. He comes across and still a legacy completely full of cowboy. You know what? Adam Cole said. I'm sorry. Hangman Adam Page says turning down a six-figure contract isn't cowboy. You know what? It tells Dan to come in the ring and let him shove his thighs between boots somewhere. Dan Lambert goes to make his exit, and Lance Archer is back. Dan runs away into the ring. Lance grabs him by the hoodie and attacks Adam Page. Archer gets him up top. Blackout into a chair. R. Anderson, Lee Johnson, and Brock Anderson are interviewed backstage. Arn says he's proud of both dudes and says they're going to experience something they never had before, and that this is Horseman country. Tully Blanchard and FTR rolled up, and Tully tells Arn if he really wants to relive those days, he needs to join up with them, and they end up making a tag for next week as we go to break. Back from commercial, we get a hype reel for our new AEW TBS champion. Jade Cargill introduced including a promo where she talks over her title. So we get Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb. This is a quick match. Serena Deeb attacks Hikaru Shida before the bell and puts her knee into the steel steps. Referee Paul Turner checks on her, and she says she's good to go. We get a bell, and Serena Deeb goes to town on her with kicks in the corner, stomp to the knee, to the hamstring, just destroyed for Hikaru Shida's leg. Tearing her knee pad trapping the arm for the serenity lock, smashing the knee into the mat, and the serenity lock is in. Turner calls the match. The winner of the match, Serena did. Serena did. Post match, Serena Dev gets a candlestick and returns to the ring and beat her down with it, hammering the knee. Referee Aubrey Edwards and Mike Posey comes to the ring and to pull her off of Hikaru Shida. Some baby faces come out of the back to help Shida to the back. Christian Cage and Drastic Express are interviewed backstage. Jungle Boy talks about wanting a challenge, and the Beaver Boys roll up and makes their case for getting a title match. Matt Hardy gets on the mic and cuts a promo on Penta El Zero, saying tonight in his backyard and in front of his beautiful family in attendance. He's going to delete Penta El Zero and sends him to the hospital to be with his brother. So we get Matt Hardy versus Penta El Zero. This match was pretty good. It says Penta El Zero gets in his face with a Zero Metal. Hardy fires back with the delete, and they go back and forth for a minute or even go back and forth evenly. Matt grabs the hand and Pentagon chops him off the ropes. Matt runs right into a crescent kick. Charging chop in the corner, and Penta hauls off with a few more to send us to break. Back from commercial, Penta El Zero with a front kick off the ropes. Sling Blade connects another one. Rib breaker for 2. Fear Factor reversed to a DDT. Matt Hardy gets a 2 count. Johnny for position in the turnbuckles. Penta El Zero hits a tree of wood. Double stomp for 2. Fighting on the apron, trading overhand chops with a band. Side effect on the apron, back in for the cover. No up for a moonsault, nobody home. Penta El Zero takes the advantage, kick to the gut. The winner of the match, Penta El Zero. This was a pretty good match too. Post match, Penta El Zero calls Malachi Black out, and he says he's going to show Black some respect because he's Penta. The lights go down. They come back up, and it's Malachi Black in the ring. He drops Alex Abraham with a big boot. Punches for Penta. Super kick. Gets a roundhouse kick, and Malachi Black draws him up and tears at his mask. Griff Grayson and Brian Pillman Jr. make the save. Julian Hart cheerleads from the apron, saying it's not enough. Malachi Black is laughing in the middle of the ring as he counts the number of men in the ring. Lights goes out again. They come back up. Brody King is here. He cleans house and takes Pillman out with a cannonball. Senton in the corner. Malachi Black tosses Griff at him with a suplex, and King catches him into the power slam. The Kings of the Black Throne are here. Chris Statlander is interviewed backstage about her mixed tag team match next week. Layla Hirsch asks her if she thinks that selfish because they have a tag on the bunks to where Velvet tells them she needs both of them to work together. So we get Beer Country versus the Acclaim. I did not care about this tag team match. This tag team match was quick. Bear stacks him up and gets to work isolating Anthony Bowens and working him over. Max Caster tags in and big crossbody on a beer, and we go to commercial. Back from commercial, Bronson reverse a suplex into a Benza drop tag to Balder off the ropes. Larius take both of them out. Goes the Acclaim break out of the ropes, but Bear catches them with both with reversal STO tag to Bronson. Boulder gets him up and an electric chair and beer bomb. Anthony Bowens rolls Caster out of the way. Anthony Bowens Boulder out with a rolling elbow. Bronson knocks him to the floor. Max Caster with a schoolboy for two. Sidestep the charge. Anthony Bowens with interference. Max off the top. So it says the winner of the match, the Acclaim. As the Acclaim goes to leave, Sting music hits and the Icon makes his entrance. Darby Allin appears from the ring and takes Max Caster out with a dive, and Sting whacks Anthony Bowens with a bat, taking the fight into the ring. Darby Allin with a back elbow in the corner, and Sting hits Scorpion Death Drop. We get a video package message from Pac. He talks about he was told he may never see again, but it's just another setback, and now he's seeing everything. He appreciates the blessings, and now his perspective is different, and his vision has never been so clear. Commentary hypes up the card for a Rampage this week, and we go to break. Back from commercial, Matt Hardy is interviewed. He says maybe he's focused too much on the HFO. It's not on himself, because sometimes has to change. Andrade rolls up to tell him to take it easy, and yeah, he needs to focus. They're both businessmen, and he wants to work together. Matt Hardy says he intrigued and love to talk in private, and they go off together. So we get the main event of the evening: Daniel Garcia versus Sammy Guevara for the interim AEW TNT Championship. Alright, this main event, this was a decent main event. You know what I'm saying? Decent main event. Collar and elbow shoving each other off the replying headlock takeover for a head scissors trading slaps. Garcia fighting from guard, getting trapped in the corner, but he fights out and starts throwing uppercuts and elbows, snap mirror into a kick to the back, trading chops and Daniel combos. Sammy Guevara off the ropes, corkscrew top, and the cocky bastard blows a kiss. Back inside, training strike. Sammy Guevara with the backbreaker. Rack Red Dev's counter with a rake of the eye. Go behind, shoves off back, flip. Daniel Garcia catches him with a backbreaker, and the interim champ rolls to the floor as we go to break. Back from commercial, Daniel Garcia with the waistline. Sammy Guevara fights out with the elbow. Back suplex lands on his feet. Sammy Guevara with strikes, whips to the corner, sidestep, shoulder third sensiguri. Sammy Guevara with a double jump, senton atomic to the floor. Back inside, he gets the second. Gets on the second. Garcia trips him up. Central suplex so close. Looking for a crab. Sammy Guevara reversed to a Pin for 2. Backbreaker rack. Feast your eyes. It's Connor and Daniel Garcia gets a sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. Sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. Wrenching back hard. Sammy Guevara calls to the ropes and gets the break. Back body drop. Daniel Garcia charged in, but Sammy Guevara sidesteps to drop kick. Sidesteps to drop kick. Inverted face lock. Sammy Guevara hits a crossroads that spikes Red Death on his dome, but he can't keep him down. Commentaries informs us that we're sticking with the match until the time limit expires. Sammy Guevara goes to the apron, springboard double stomp, ace crusher, counted into a sleeper hold. A sleeper hold. Sammy Guevara gets to his feet. Daniel Garcia hits the back-to-back backstabber into Saka Otoshi before snapping off the pile driver. Sammy Guevara finds the will to kick out. Desperation, insecurity, both men are down and out, and 2.0 hits ringside to beat Chris Jericho up. They throw him into the barricade and clears their son on. Sammy Guevara hits a short arm knee backbreaker rack. He has to drop Daniel Garcia to fight 2.0 offense. Schoolboy for 2. Backbreaker rack. It says the winner and still your interim TNT championship, Sammy Guevara. Alright. Post match. David Crockett shakes his hand, but 2.0 jumps him and beats him down. Chris Jericho runs 2.0 off with the bat and ends up getting in a Kingston's face. And that's the show, folks. But anyway, AEW Dynamite was a good show. If you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review or highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video everywhere. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will be streaming tomorrow on Twitch for Mortal Kombat 11. This your boy, Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And now I'm out of here.